Hi folks, thank you for joining me. My name is Nick, I'm on the ZX Spectrum 48K, although this game was designed for the 16K it says. I find that a bit hard to believe. But anyway, this one's called Cosmic Debris, published by Artic Computing in 1983 and based on the arcade cabinet from Atari in 1979. Now, as I say, it is an Asteroids clone, so the controls are left, right, fire, hyperspace and thrust. Other clones we've looked at are METEOR STORM, which is probably my favourite so far, METEOROIDS and PLANETOIDS. This one tries to stay faithful to the arcade cabinet by trying to look at vectors. PLANETOIDS were full graphics, and I think METEOROIDS and METEOR STORM were trying to go vectors as well. So here we go. Very smooth this, a triangle ship. Let's just... thrust is interesting. Oops, let's just... Oh, that's interesting as well. So let's just try and shoot all the meteors. Now, if I don't get very far, I do have a cheat for infinite lives I can put in. This is very tricky. 2 speed levels, fast and suicidal. But this is impossible. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how playable this one is going to be. I'll have a few more goes on it to see how we go. But presentation is absolutely wonderful for 1983. I'm still finding it hard to believe this is 1983. Look at the smoothness of the scrolling here. This is brilliant. But playability I'm not so sure about at the moment. UFOs come on every now and again. There's one. That's that shot. Different points depending on what size meteor or asteroid we destroy. Yep, hyperspace there. Good. That is a good option. So always over one screen. Once you destroyed all the asteroids, it will reset and you'll have to do it again. I think it might get a little bit trickier as we go along. So not the most complicated game in the world. It's trying to beat Asteroids in the arcades, of course. And how's it doing on that? Well, not too bad. From the screenshots, it looked pretty good. Yeah, very, very smooth this. I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with it, although it's extremely frustrating. Meteoroids does play a bit slower, as does Planetoids, so you might get a bit more playability out of those two. But top of the shop still for me is METEOR STORM. But presentation on this one is phenomenal. Good, right, game over, 2540. A good selection of fonts there. Doesn't really feel like a Spectrum game for some reason. Artic Computing, 1983. Cosmic Debris. So it's debris in space. It isn't asteroids, it isn't meteors, it's just cosmic debris. It's a coincidence that this looks like asteroids, but it is. So many clones around back then. 2 types of UFOs, different points for each. Extra ship every 10,000 points. Will we get to 10,000? Well, not without a cheat on. And if you've got a cheat on, you don't need an extra life, do you? Right, so it's all down to my skills here. There's probably a strategy involved. So, oops, should have thrust out the way there. So it's knowing when to thrust and hyperspace. But thrust seems to cause too much trouble for me. You can't see where you're going. It's a bit like driving along the motorway the wrong way with a blindfold on. You're going to crash into something. See, that wasn't fair. I died straight away. Yes, coders out there might have a different opinion on this one. I think it's coded quite well. Extremely smooth. A lot of things moving on screen at the same time without any flickering or any slowdown, which I can make out. But very difficult game. This is a strategy I used to do on METEOR STORM, which worked quite well. Yeah. I'm not sure how long you can play on this as one go. I think it could get, yes, frustrating rather fast. So this might be a shorter review than normal. We do tend to look at Spectrum games. I don't think we got too many asteroid clones to cover. This might in fact be the last one. I only bumped into this one by sheer fluke. So all on the keyboard this. Top 3 rows are hyperspace, X and C left and right, space bar for fire, and that's it really. And when you hyperspace, you do, when the screen's full up of asteroids, you can hyperspace right in the path of something else, so you do need a little bit of luck as well. It's all one colour, you won't get different colours here in the playfield, even the stuff shooting at you. In METEOR STORM, it seemed like the UFOs looked like different shapes of pork pies that come into attack, which I thought was very comical as a kid. This bit hasn't got the comical bits here. Most of your goes won't last very long, maybe under a minute sometimes, or maybe just a couple of minutes. So I think it's the difficulty level which might have frustrated a lot of kids back in the day with this one. Cosmic Debris. What is your favourite asteroids clone? The likelihood is I've already covered it. As I said, Meteor Storm, Meteoroids and Planetoids, and now Cosmic Debris. Always going to struggle to make this one a bit exciting on the commentary, but more chance of this than a text adventure game. I know we did cover Yes Prime Minister, which is sort of a text adventure game. It's just that it's very difficult to try and make those entertaining. I mean, a point and click might have a chance, like Secret of Monkey Island, but when you've got pages and pages of text there, it makes it a little bit tricky. Same with text-based quiz games. I did review once on the Amiga Red Dwarf super quiz, and that didn't go down very well, so I'm a bit tentative to do other ones. But this is Cosmic Debris. It's a shooter in space from 1979, the original arcades. This is basic gameplay, but this has been souped up a little bit. Kaboom blam, kaboom blam blam. So we won't be playing this too much longer. Yes, as you might be able to see, there's a poke in place. Lives left, still 2. As soon as we've destroyed all of these, we'll probably call it a day, just to see if the next storm is any different. But man, I think it's going to be identical. It's a bit hard to predict where the asteroids are going to go once you shoot one. They do split in half as smaller, but I think they go in a random direction. I'm going to be hearing that sound in my sleep now. Did you have this one back in the day? Let me know. I'm not sure what other systems it come out on, but all the 8-bit systems will have their own separate group of asteroid clones, no doubt. There's certain ones that's always going to be clones. Asteroids, Space Invaders, Galaxian and Pac-Man, Tetris as well. There's always going to be those. Right, I'm starting to get a bit bored of this now. We've just got the small bits left to take care of. One cheat back in the day was to wait till you've just got about one small asteroid left, which the chance of that hitting you are minimal, and then UFOs will keep coming along, and then just keep blasting those for super points. Yeah, and just keep doing that, and then you get an endless supply of these things. But let's just fly around like a mad person with the thrust. As you can see, once you've done the thrust, I think it's very difficult to actually bring it to a standstill. You can just go quicker and quicker. So imagine this with a full asteroid storm right across the screen. You know you're going to die quite quickly. Yeah, kaboom. What's your highest score ever on this if you did own it? Either emulation or the real thing, let me know. Was you playing it for hours? You must have really good reflexes like a Jedi if you did. Best to find a different route wherever you're going rather than fly through an asteroid storm, I think. Recently did review asteroids on the Atari 2600. It's good to see how different machines cope with it. A little bit more flickery than the real machine would have been, because I was doing it on emulation, but you got a bit of an idea of how it played. That didn't really do vectors, it was like solid colour, a bit like Planetoids, but those are all different colours. So take a look at that one as well. Game over dudes. Yeah. So there we go. I took the cheat off because it was going a bit too long. So yeah, I hope you liked having a look at that one. Always interesting from a historic point of view, seeing the different clones and how people tackled it. Really good presentation on this one. Really good graphics, really good sound. Seems like defying what was possible on the 48K in terms of that. Lovely fonts, but I don't think the playability was as good as some of the other clones. So hope you liked having a look at that. That was Cosmic Debris on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Artic Computing in 1983 and based on the arcade cabinet from Atari in 1979. Got any comments about this game, similar games or clones, then please put your thoughts below. You're always more than welcome. Massive thanks to everyone that subscribed so far. It really helps push the channel forward and gives me a bit of enthusiasm, a bit of energy to continue going. If you want to help a bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help from a financial point of view on the channel. And if you want to, if you are a patron, I will give you a shout out for anything you're up to or want promoted. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.